Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can break down complex chatbot flows into a few smaller, more manageable ones. So the first step would be to create a suitcase. So in this case, we are going to create a chatbot for a SaaS. So let's say this is a SaaS chatbot. And after creating a suitcase, we are going to place all of the related chatbots here. Currently, we only have one chatbot, so let's drag that chatbot on our suitcase. And then let's open our suitcase. So this is our large chatbot. And we are going to edit this. And we are going to analyze what are the parts that we need to break down. So example, this is a large chatbot. So it's not really that manageable. So to make it more manageable, we are going to break it down into a few smaller ones. So example, this one, I'm going to break down this part of the chatbot. The first step would be to select all of the elements that we wish to separate. And to do that, hold the Shift key. So after holding the Shift key, then we are going to select by dragging the screen until we see the select box here. And once we have selected all of the elements, so we are going to select all of the elements that we need to separate. And this would include this trigger. Just hold the Shift key and click the elements that you wish to be included, like this one. Let's include this one. And once we have selected all of the elements, we are going to click the Convert Selection to Flow button right here. And then let's give it a flow name. So let's say SaaS chatbot, and this is the bonus question part of the flow. Okay, so after creating the flow, we are going to open a new tab. So example, this is the tab that I wish to use. Once you are on the new tab, go to your chatbot flows. And as you can see here, we have the SaaS chatbot bonus question here. We are going to place it on our suitcase. We now have two flows under this suitcase. And as you can see, this is draft. This is not yet published. So we are going to edit this newly separated flow. And we are going to connect the reference element here. And let's name this as the entry of our SaaS chatbot question, bonus question flow. So we are going to save this. So there are duplicate keywords because we have already used that keyword here. So what we are going to do is we are temporarily going to delete this keyword, and then we are going to save this flow. And once we have done that, we are going to delete all of the flows that we have transferred here. So select all the flows that you wish to delete and then click delete button. So select all the flows again here and this one too. So click delete. And after that, we are going to replace them with a go-to flow element. And in the go-to flow element, we are going to reference the SaaS chatbot bonus question. Remember, this is the flow that we separated earlier. And this is the entry flow that we named here. Okay, so we are going to reference that. And after referencing, we are going to save this chatbot flow. Okay, after saving, we can add again the trigger that we removed earlier. So just press undo or Control Z and connect it again. The trigger element is this one. After adding the trigger element, we can save this without a problem. Okay, now that we have separated that flow, what we are going to do is we are going to separate also this flow. So select all the flows that you wish to separate again. And then let's name this as check prices. So click convert to flow. And then let's say this is SaaS chatbot check prices. And it will be separated into a new flow. So once that's separated into a new flow, let's go to our another tab. So this is our tab, the one that where the flow that we are trying to break down is opened. And this is another tab where we are going to manipulate all of the broken down flows, the flows that we separated. So this is the chatbot check prices. This is the new flow that we broken down. So this is from the original. So we are going to put it on the SaaS chatbot suitcase. So we now have three flows here. So this is draft, So let's edit this and then connect the reference element here. And if we save this, it will still give us an error because we have a duplicate keyword there. So once you try to click, it will give us an error. So let's temporarily remove this and save our flow. And by the way, let's rename this as our entry. Okay, let's save this again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to delete all of the selected flows here and then replace it with a go-to flow. So this is the go-to flow element, and then we are going to select the recently created chatbot, which is the SaaS chatbot check prices, and then we are going to reference this as the flow to the entry message here. Okay, so that's how we break down a large flow, and we can even break it down here. So let's break it down furthermore. And then we are going to name this flow as spend hours, chatbot, SaaS, chatbot, spend hours, and then click OK. And after that, we are going to go back to a separate tab. And then this is newly created flow, the chatbot spend hours. Place it on our suitcase. And after that, we are going to edit this. And as usual, we are going to connect our reference element to our first element. Since we don't have a trigger, we are just going to save this flow. And here we are going to delete all of the flows that we selected and replace it with a go-to flow. Great. So reference that with the newly created chatbot, which is the SaaS chatbot spend hours. The image, I think we haven't yet changed the postback name. So let's rename this as entry and then save. And after that, let's open up the go-to flow again. And then right now it is using the renamed message or the payload name. Confirm the changes. And after that, we can separate further this flow. I think this flow is already manageable, but for illustration purposes, let's just separate this flow again. So select all of the flows, and if you haven't selected all of the flows, simply hold the shift key again and then select the remaining elements that you wish to separate into another flow. And let's name this as seek of paying. So convert this into SaaS chatbot seek of paying. Great. After converting, we are going to go to another tab again. And then this is the newly created chatbot, the SaaS chatbot seek of paying. Drag it to our suitcase. And after that, this is the chatbot that we recently included. It is in draft mode. Let's edit this. And then connect the element here, the reference element. And then let's save this. So before that, let's rename this as start point or entry. It's really up to you. So let's save this and then delete all of the selected elements here. So press delete and then let's create another element here, which is the go-to flow element, and then reference the newly created chatbot, which is the seek of paying chatbot, and then point it to the start point message. Okay, and then save. So that's how you break down a large and complex flow into a separate smaller one so that it's easy to manage. So let's rename this as SaaS chatbot, and this is our main chatbot. Okay, great. So that's how easy it is. And if we go back to our suitcase, the suitcase would now contain 5 chatbot flows. Each chatbot is small, easily manageable. And if we go back to our main, from a large and complex and hard to manage chatbot, we have successfully broken it down to a few smaller ones in a few easy steps by using the convert selection to flow button. So I hope you learned another tip on this video. So see you on another lesson.